Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. Welcome, I hope you're doing well. I have a very busy week this week and so I don't exactly know what this video is going to include yet, but we will see. We have prom this weekend. I'm helping and chaperoning with after prom till like 2 a.m. Saturday. I'm selling prom tickets at the high school and this work week has been so busy already. And then I knitted a sweater yesterday. I finished a whole sweater and a whole sweater pattern and got that submitted and we're working on tech edits. And then right now I am headed out the door in a bit to a YouTube event tonight here in Des Moines, Iowa. I don't know much about it, but I'm going to find out. It is called the YouTube Creator Collective. The YouTube people are hitting all 50 states. It is YouTube's 20th anniversary. And so I think they were just in like Chicago and Kansas City, and now they're in Des Moines tonight, and I'm going. I don't know anyone there. I don't know anything about it really, but I'm guessing it's like a networking thing because I don't know any YouTubers in Iowa even. I don't know anyone. And so this will be fun to meet other people who are doing the same thing. And maybe I'm guessing like tips and tricks from YouTube. That is my guess. I do not know. I am a little bit nervous, but that is what I'm getting ready for. So I was gonna do a little get ready with me, even though I barely have a get ready routine. I'm so boring, but get ready with me to get ready to go to a YouTube event, my first YouTube event. Let's go. As far as makeup, and some people have commented like, oh, I like your simple makeup. Yeah, it's real simple. It is very simple. I use Revlon Color Stay. I've used this like my entire life. I've never changed foundations, barely ever. I've never really tried anything else. So judge me if you want. I don't know. I use drugstore foundation. I use Color Stay, Revlon Color Stay 24-hour longwear makeup in buff for years, like over 20 years for sure. And then I use Bare Minerals blush. This one is called Pretty in Pink. I just pick a pink, whatever they have in the store. And I need a new one because this is almost gone. And then I use chapstick, basically. I use like Burt's Bees chapstick, or I'll do one with an SPF. And then my lip color is Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer with Peppermint Oil in Fig. And I've also used this forever. I don't remember anything. This is all I do. This is it. So I always look the same. It's always this. And that is my whole makeup routine. And then I put on glasses and I wash my hair and it does this. I don't straighten it. It just does this. There's nothing else that it does. I can curl it, but it probably won't stay. And so this is what it does. The kitty is getting her cat hair all over my black outfit. Okay, this is basically the outfit I'm gonna wear. I am gonna wear knitwear because I feel like I have to represent my YouTube channel and the knitting because I think that's like the whole point. And I don't know if people are dressing up for this. I am just kind of not. I'm gonna keep it casual, keep it very like me. And I am wearing a black turtleneck and black Levi's and Vans, my yellow watch that I wear all the time. And then I looked through my knitwear, like what could I wear that would be kind of interesting but kind of cool. And I made this kind of cap sleeve. It's sort of a tank. I don't know what it is. It's like a little t-shirt for the Vogue Knitting Live fashion show a couple years ago. And it's really fun. And so part of the challenge was to use recycled materials. So I made my own t-shirt yarn out of black t-shirts. And so this trim is the black, you can't tell, but it's all black, but it's different yarns. The collar here is t-shirt yarn. Then I left little strands sticking out of the t-shirt yarn just kind of for like, you know, a fun movement, like artsy touch. And then I have these eye cords around, like it almost looks like little braids. And so I just thought this would be fun over the turtleneck with black jeans, with Vans. And so that is my outfit. decide between my regular, I always use this yellow bagoo like every day of my life, which it feels like it's part of me. So maybe I wear this. I was trying to be cool and just have a black bag. This is an old Kate Spade Saturday. Do you remember Kate Spade Saturday? It was like a real modern take on Kate Spade stuff. But anyway, I have a little black bag that works. It's kind of a little boxy, sturdy little tote, or my trusty yellow bagoo that, I guess either one works. I'll probably ask Lotus because she's like my style consultant because she's a teen and the teens know. Could go either way. It really doesn't matter, I don't think. The black one kind of blends in and it's a little bit smaller. And then, yeah, I can't even tell. It doesn't matter really, does it? And then I'm probably bringing a knitting project. Is that weird? If I can't bring my knitting, I'm not going. That's the saying, right? I'm probably gonna bring a small knitting project. Now I gotta go figure out if I have time to like find something to bring. There's always time. Okay, I think I can bring this. This is like the smallest thing I have on the needles right now. Do you think it's rude? Do you think it's rude? Tell me in the comments to knit at an event that might be a networking event that's not knitting related. I think it's fine, but I'm not gonna sit off by myself in the corner and just ignore everybody. I mean, knitting is social. I can talk and knit. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think I'm gonna bring this. I can't bring my Mosi because that is too complicated and too much for what we're doing. But this is the only small thing I have on the needles right now. And it's not the smallest thing, but it's just a Stockholm hat. The only thing is it has 3 balls of yarn connected and it does get a little tangled like it is right now. I'd have to untangle it first. I mean, it is that much, but I'll bring it. I'll probably bring it. Tell me below if you think that's rude. Because I don't know, I'm on the fence. I could totally leave it in my car, or I could take it in with me, or I could put it in my yellow bagoo. It won't fit in my black bag, but it would fit in my yellow. So we'll see. Do we like this sweater? Is this weird? It's a little apocalyptic. It's a little bit Matrix or something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's a conversation starter. Like, this is what my YouTube channel is about. It's about knitting. Knitting is cool. And then I can say I had this in a fashion show in New York City. And so I think it's like a good conversation piece, and it's black and it's comfortable and I don't know what else to wear. So this is the outfit. Yeah, wish me luck. I'm gonna get going and I'll show you if I'm allowed to. I'm sure we're allowed to like show what it is. I don't know. It's a YouTube thing, so I think it's fine. So if I can show you a little bit of what's going on there, I will do that next.
So there are more of you, and so that's the goal. That was our goal in creating this program and this event series and bringing you all together, is to establish a sense of community, to make you feel less isolated and alone, and know that there are people like you who are doing what you're doing, to get to know each other, to form connections, to introduce yourself. It's not awkward to talk to strangers. Like, this is absolutely a safe space to do that. come see me and I'll just like on the side and I got you, don't worry. Like I am an incredibly awkward person. So like if I could do it, you could do it. We could do this together. We'll have so much fun. I am excited to meet you all, so I'll be kind of floating around like it's my wedding and like introducing myself. And by the way, my name is Alex and I work for YouTube.
We're here at Either Or for the Des Moines Creator Collective for YouTube. It is their 20th anniversary. I was gonna say birthday because we've been saying happy birthday to random tables tonight. But it's really cute. We're outside now by the fire and I'm here with my new friend Amber, who's also in Des Moines. It's really fun to meet other Des Moines creators, and so this has been good. Yeah. We have a good little group here. Yeah. So it's been a couple of days since the YouTube event. It was wonderful. There was nothing to be nervous about. I made some new friends and made some new connections, and it was really cool to meet some other Iowa creators who I didn't know anyone else before this who was doing YouTube, or some of these people were all over like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and it was cool to talk with each other and learn from each other, and to just connect and meet other people who understand what you're doing because it's weird. I mean, we're also kind of isolated. We all do this on our own, and so you don't know really who else is doing this. So it was very cool. We had like a full dinner at Either Or, which is a wonderful restaurant. And then dessert, I had like a chocolate cheesecake that had little mini Rice Krispie treats and strawberries. It was amazing. And then they have a really beautiful outdoor area with bonfires. And so we kind of moved out there as like the sun was setting and talked a little bit more. And it was really cool to meet some people that work at YouTube who gave us some really good insights and tips and tricks and advice. And we just talked about anything and everything, and they were really cool. And so, yeah, I hope we have more events like this, but if we don't, I'm sure the people that I met that we could like connect on our own and hang out at another time too, because it was really cool. I don't know, it was a really unique experience. I'm so happy I got to go. So thank you, YouTube. I got a tote bag, which is really nice. My new knitting bag, really cute. The Creator Collective is what this event was called. And then we took little pictures and, did some little icebreakers, but it was a really nice event and a really nice dinner and just a really fun, I don't know, I hope we do things like that more often. And it was really cool that they came to Des Moines that they went to every state. And so I don't know, it was great. I was definitely the only knitter there, but it was really fun to meet people and see what their topics were on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok. A lot of them do a lot of Instagram and TikTok, and they do a lot of short form content. So it was interesting because mine's a little bit longer. And so we were talking about that. But I didn't bring my knitting in with me. I decided that wasn't a good fit for what we were doing. We were talking the entire time and eating. And so I didn't need my knitting. I think that's always just like my, like comfort thing. Maybe it is for you too. Like you bring it with you and it's like you're, you know, but I didn't need it and that was okay. And yeah, I made some new connections, made some friends, and had a fantastic time. So the past couple of days have been a lot. Like this week has been bananas. If I look tired, it's because I am seriously tired. Everything is happening at the same time. There's so many things happening, but it's very fun stuff, so I'm not complaining. But if I ever need to take a week off of YouTube, I post a YouTube video every Saturday morning. If I'm not there some Saturday, just understand that this month, the month of May, is going to be nonstop. So just know that I'll be back. But so there's the YouTube Creator Collective, and then I've been at the high school distributing and selling prom tickets to at least like 1,000 kids easily. Getting my daughter ready for prom, getting all her stuff ready, dress, hair, all that stuff. And then Saturday, when you're watching this, I will be getting her hair, like helping her with her hair and her dress and her shoes and getting ready, taking pictures of her and her friends and her boyfriend, getting them off to the dance. And then I'm volunteering at the after prom till like 2 a.m. But I get to do the photo booth. So like, that's so right up my alley. So I'm very excited. It'll be really fun. I don't care. And maybe I'll bring my knitting if there's downtime, but I always say that. I don't know. There probably won't be much downtime. There's things to do and chaperone and keep an eye on everything. And then the Knit Collage Knit Along is about to be underway. So thank you to everybody who used my link to get the kits and the yarn or sign up for the virtual Knit Along. Thank you. I get a commission from you using my link, so I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for doing that. I have started my project, which I'll show you in a bit, but it's the Mixtape sweater, and it's so much fun already. I was hoping to have, in my mind, I thought I was going to have the whole thing done like yesterday, but there's too many things happening, but it's a blast. And you'll be getting your kits, like the Knit Along doesn't start for a couple of weeks, so there's time and you're getting your things shipped. And we just got a little head start so we can kind of show you what it looks like and what we're working on. And then we'll be knitting along with you as well. So that's really fun. Then I finished a whole sweater, like knitted a whole sweater, got that design written up and sent to my tech editor, wrote up a vest pattern and sent that to my friend Erica because she's helping me sample knit because I'm drowning. I submitted a design to Lina magazine for their 52 new weeks of sweaters, I think it is. Submitted a design for that. So many things, other designs, I have a pattern release coming probably next week, a sweater pattern that you have never seen anything at all about. It's gonna feel like it comes out of nowhere. What else? I can barely remember. I'm going to Rhinebeck this year, and so just a bit ago, I got tickets for Erica and I to go to a Woolen Affair. We're gonna do the full day, and that sounds like a dream. If you go to Rhinebeck a lot and you were at the old event that was at the Hutton Brickyards that one year, and it was amazing and beautiful, and they had like the grassy area with the grocery girls and people speaking, and then they had that big, huge vendor covered area, and then you could go sit by the water and knit. I am so excited to go back to that location, and I'm so excited that a Woolen Affair is going to be there this year, so go check that out. Their vendor list looks incredible, and so yeah, we just got tickets for that in case it sells out fast. I don't know if it will. I don't know how many tickets are available, but those are on sale, so go check that out. We definitely plan to go to that. And then I've obviously been compiling things and packing things up and getting things ready for a graduation party. I have to order some food, getting that all ready to go. And then I've also been pre-packing for Iceland because it's all coming up really fast now. I feel like now that it's May, all these things are going to happen so quickly. And it's basically like my daughter graduates. So it's prom this weekend, then a couple of weeks in between Mother's Day, and then it's my birthday, and then it's graduation, and then I leave for Iceland. And I know this is going to go like that. So I'm a little worried. So Iceland, I have a very specific packing list from my tour guide, Helene Magnuson. So she sends out very detailed emails, and we have a very a good list of the hiking stuff and what we should be wearing. But if any of you have been to Iceland in the summer, so I'm going in early June, please give me any advice about clothing. I know it can still be cold. It can be definitely wet. And so I've got like rain gear, I have base layers and just a lot of layers. And it can be a little bit warmer, but it changes all the time from what I have researched. So, but any advice you have for packing, please tell me. I am a horrible overpacker, so that's why I'm starting early so I can weed stuff out and condense. And I'm using packing cubes. I'm trying to be really smart about it. But we have gear that's, a must. So I have to have really good hiking boots with ankle support. And I've got like trekking poles and, the wool socks, the wool base layer, smart wool, and luckily a lot of stuff I already have because I live in a cool climate. And the things I didn't have, like my husband is big on hiking and outdoorsiness. And so he's got all the tactical gear stuff. So I'm like, do you have this and this and this? And he was like, yeah, we're good. So luckily, I've done a really good job. Anything I had to buy new really was just a jacket and my poles, because they're like height specific, which my husband gave me for Christmas, which was so nice. And then my boots, obviously, I didn't have a good pair of hiking boots, so I got them and so I've been breaking those in. But everything else I've had to get was either for my husband, things I already had, or I got some things secondhand. And then I got a few things at Sierra Trading Post, they have really good deals. And then there's a couple websites, and I'm trying to think of what it's called. Like one of them's Out and Back or something like that. And they do resale. So you can get like really nice coats that are secondhand, but they're, in good shape. And so I've been trying to be smart about it and not buy a whole bunch of new stuff because it's kind of a special trip with specialized things. But it's good to get pre-packing on that and get thinking about it. And in my mind, I can think about, what I can take out. But I will probably have a whole video sometime before I leave to show you what I'm packing for Iceland, because I have been looking at those videos and I think it's really interesting. And although it's not knitting specific, I'm bringing hand knits, obviously, which brings me to my Mosi sweater, which is the only thing I want to get done for this trip, really. That's a must. And that is going like in my backpack, personal item carry-on, because I'm not taking a risk that could get lost. But so this worries me a little bit because I'm not super far. My whole deadline thing for this. So I have one full sleeve done, which feels great. So I'm still on track, but I only have this much done. I have some extra needles here of the second sleeve. It's not bad. I just wish I was a little further. I've just had so many things that I'm knitting all at once that are due first. So I'm trying not to forget about this and trying not to put it on the back burner. I'm not in terrible shape, and this looks like it's longer than it is because really the underarm starts here. So I'm just a few inches in, but hopefully I can buckle down and get a few nights this week just working on this. I need to get a little further. Once it tapers a little bit, it goes a lot faster, but I'm still kind of in the upper arm. So this has to be a priority for me, even though these other things, I don't know, it's all deadline knitting and it's all like, I had one thing due May 10th, one thing due May 15th. I have to ship some things. I've got things in tech edits, and so I've got a lot to keep track of and not mess up, and graduation and prom and Iceland. So anyway, wish me luck on this. Give me some good motivational something, I don't know, in the comments. I know I can do it. I just have to do a little bit every day. That's all it really takes. It all adds up, one row at a time. I know I've got this, but I'm a little stressed out that I'm not a little bit further than this. So back to the Knit Collage knit along. I cannot explain how much fun this yarn is to knit. Look close up at all the changes that are happening here by itself. I'm not doing this, the yarn is doing this, which is the beauty of this yarn. So this is the Mixtape yarn. This is the Mixtape sweater. I'm doing the sleeveless version, and I wound it in a different direction than the sample, but it's the sample color. But I think the sample started out with like a neutral up here and then it faded into these colors. But the way I round it, the purple starts first, which I love at the top. So this is the wildflower yarn at the top, which is the fabric yarn. Then it goes into the boucle, which is fuzzier, then the wildflower again. And then there's the spun cloud light that's actually held double within this, like it just does that. And it makes everything a similar weight, but then it changes into these different colors. And it is such a fun thing. You never want to stop. You always want to see what's coming in the next round or row. But right now, so this is the funnel neck here. And right now I'm working on the back, which had some short rows shaping. And then, so these are the shoulders. And then I'm knitting a while, I think until the underarms. And I think I go back and do the front. And then I'm guessing, I haven't looked ahead yet, but I'm guessing you connect in the round and go down for the body. But don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing because I haven't actually, but that's how I would assume the construction goes. What a treat. And someone had asked last time if I could show how the different yarns are joined in the ball. And they are just tied together, but in a very secure way. So here is like the two wildflowers connecting. There is a little knot there, but it's just part of the charm. So there's where another two yarns are connecting and here. But that is part of the charm and the texture of the piece. It's like an art piece. And so there are some little bits and blobs that might stick out a tiny bit, but not really. It's really quite smooth. And it's just part of like the handmade nature. Like there's a little one sticking out, but you could totally poke it back in. If it bugged you, you can just like shove it in with your fingers. But I love it. I embrace it. I don't mind the little loosey-goosey ends here and there, but they're not loose. They're tightly, like you can't pull it apart. You don't need to re-tighten it or anything. It's ready to go. You don't have to think about it. You just knit, and it's very beautiful and very fun. Thank you to everybody who used my link to buy a kit or to sign up for the knit along. My side tie vest is part of this knit along too, which I'm very honored. It's very cool to be like one of the bonus patterns. And so yeah, with the knit along, you get all the patterns. So you can make more than one thing. You can use your stash yarn too, and you just get one kit. So anything goes, but I am in love with the Mixtape yarn. It's unbelievable. The other thing that I could not believe as I've been winding these up, I have some wound and some not. If they all are pretty much the same, like the order of these colors is the same. The lengths where the striping starts is about the same. Like this is handmade, it's hand done. It's an art project. It's amazing. They're artists. But so yeah, when you wind it, you're gonna get consistent skeins with consistent color changes and the different yarns in the same order. So this is gonna stripe like in an intentional way. And it's just fascinating because looking at these, you don't know it's gonna be doing that. And it does. It's mind blowing. It's so cool. So anyway, that's the Mixtape yarn and the Mixtape sweater in progress. I wish I was further, but I just can't do everything all at once. But it is very fast. It's on big needles. I'm knitting on, is it 11 or 12? US 11. Is that an 8mm? I really can't see this because my eyes aren't great. Yeah, 8mm US 11 needle. So it goes super speedy quick. It is just very fun and mindless, and you just can't stop watching the colors change. So I'm loving it. So last weekend, I took you on a little tour of my friend's brand new yarn shop, Black Sheep Craft Shop. And I think she had an amazing opening weekend from what I can tell. I was there 3 days in a row. I couldn't tear myself away, but I wanted to be part of it and I wanted to be there, and I was there for moral support, and I was also there to shop. And so I'll show you in a bit some of the things I picked up at her shop. She's open again this weekend, Highland Park in Des Moines. Beautiful. Her shop is so cute. It was so busy. I'm sure she's like recovering from all of this, but she has been busy and I'm so happy for her, and it's such a cute shop. So some of the things I picked up are, I finally got Victorian House Cats to Knit book. This book is incredible. If you have not seen this yet, I'll put pictures up here because I can't show you the pages because all the pictures are on pages with patterns, but these poses are so realistic. These cats are amazing. She shows every like cat fur coloration, like a stretch and kittens and moms with kittens and like drinking from a bowl and like laying on your back. They're just so cute. I love this book. It's been on my wish list for a long time. I had been at a couple events where it had been sold out already, and so I was so happy when it was on her shelf. I grabbed one really quick, and I love this book. I was joking with my daughter because she just had her friend over the other day, and they're rooming together in college next year, and I was joking that I was going to knit them like dorm cats because her roommate has 2 cats, and we have Dinah, who's right back here somewhere. And you can make it look like so much like your cat. And so if I had time, I don't know if I can, but there are little mini window cats at the back of the book that if I can't do the full-size cats in time, I could do little mini window cats, which they like look out the window and they're so cute. So that would be fun. So that's one thing I picked up. Oh, there you are. You're right there. She's right here on my YouTube bag. Hold on. There you are. Hi. Do you like that tote bag? She is so funny. She loves to lay on my knitting bags, but she really likes this YouTube tote bag, so that's really funny. She just fits perfectly on there. But yeah, I picked up some Peer Gynt at the Black Sheep Craft Shop. This is one of the petite knit colors, and I believe it's called Poppy, and it is the perfect poppy red. And I heard, unfortunately, this is going to be one of the yarns that is affected by the tariffs now, and so I think that's already like in place in most yarn shops, so that's really unfortunate. So I hate the whole tariff thing. There's a really good video that Erica and I just watched. I will link it below, where a knitter explains the tariffs and the yarn and the impact on our knitting hobby. And I've never heard a better explanation. It's fantastic. If you're curious about that, I'm going to put it below and you can go check that out. But anyway, this yarn is gorgeous, and I wanted to make a Sophie scarf in the petite knit cute red. There's a picture of her, I don't know, it just influenced me, and I wanted to have a red Sophie because I think it's so cute, and I don't have many red things in my wardrobe, and so it's a beautiful poppy red, and I grabbed that. And then I also grabbed this gray in Peer Gynt. I don't know what this one's called. It's just a gray, kind of a natural gray. And I thought about doing another Sophie just because I like a black gray, like a dark color. And I thought about bringing this to Iceland because it's woolly and warm, and I love a Sophie. I think it provides just the right amount of warmth. It stays tied and it looks cute with everything. And so instead of like a big scarf or cowl, I think I just want a Sophie in a dark neutral color that I can throw on with anything. And so that's my other plan for more Peer Gynt from Sandus. Then I picked up this adorable wool wash from the Farmer's Daughter. So she's getting the Farmer's Daughter yarns. They're coming soon. But she had these beautiful little bottles of wool wash, and I love that it's a glass bottle and it's really cute packaging. And I got the orange bergamot scent, and cleans, softens, protects for long lasting woolens and knits. It has little directions, and it has tea tree oil and natural lanolin. So anyway, I just thought it was really cute, and I grabbed a bottle of this. And then my friend Mona has a lot of her art in this shop, and she has patches and stickers and some tote bags and some other things. And so I love this little coffee Why Me patch. I had to get that. Her website is Ramona Muse Lambert, and she sells all kinds of cool things and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff with her art and drawings on it. But I love this patch, and it kind of reminds me of I have a little coffee cup tattoo down here. And I don't know, I love coffee, and I just thought that was the cutest. And then she had these amazingly cute embroidery scissors, the little storks. She had orange, turquoise, and I had to get a yellow, even though I wanted all 3 because they're so cute. So I did grab a yellow. I was afraid they were going to run out. She was so busy. The shop was packed the entire time. But yeah, these are little embroidery scissors, and I can't get enough of these, and I just need scissors everywhere because they disappear. I don't know where they're going. My kids borrow them. I don't know where my scissors are, but these are mine, and they're so cute. And then I picked up 2 skeins of this really special yarn from Lima Ranch. I just thought it was really cool and I had to have it. It's from California and it's very natural. It's worsted, it's rustic, but it's very soft. And yeah, it's from a 2,000-acre sheep ranch and it's one of the oldest homesteads in southern Mendocino County. And I just love these naturals. This is like the medium tone that she had. There was like a darker one and then a light like cream, and this was like the mid shade. And so I got a couple skeins of this. It's 50 yards, it's worsted. I don't have a plan yet, but I thought it could be either a cute hat or I could do another Sophie. I could have like a dark Sophie and then like this lighter one for Iceland and just have 2 Sophies, because in Iceland, from what I've learned, it rains a lot and you get wet from waterfalls and waterfall spray. And it's just like, sometimes you might have to switch your garments out, especially your accessories and stuff, because they get wet and then you want a dry one. And I don't know. I just think I maybe need 2 little scarves to wear. And maybe this could be good airplane knitting on the way. I don't know. Anyway, I don't have a plan for this yet. It's just really special. I wanted to knit with it. I wanted to try it out. And it's from California and it's unique. And I just think it's super, super cool. So I can't wait to try this. That is all I have for this week, but thank you so much for hanging out here with me on a Saturday. I upload a new video every Saturday morning, so stop back next week for something new. And wish me luck at prom and after prom and all these fun things this weekend. I hope you're having a good weekend as well. But please take care, happy knitting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.